Well, it's very tiring for me. We have to fly in Cotabato, travel 4 hours to Jensan. I did a 1-hour briefing, and then we were in the morgue for 5 hours. And then we ushered back the cadaver to the viewing room. We terminated the conduct of the autopsy, and we exited Davao. So,
Kailan po natin lalabas yung autopsy report natin?
we will have the full forensics on that, on the specimens we collected.
Sir, before flying to Jensan, you said that you're still going there despite of the cadaver being already compromised, kahit impossible na po. You said that you were willing to take the risk, kahit nga naman to slim yung chance. Do you think that the trip was worth it?
It was more than worth it. We have very interesting leads. We have very interesting, encouraging results. I cannot, as of yet, divulge the results. These are under laboratory processes and examinations. Although the crime scene, the human body of Christine Dacera had been compromised. Most of the pieces of the organs are contaminated due to the embalming, but we have very encouraging results.
Sir, ito sa pinahil na kaso po ng Makati Police, it was released for further investigation. Marami po na-dismaya. And we are under the impression na iba po mga respondents ay hindi na masyadong iniinda itong imbitasyon ng NBI dahil napasura nga po yung kaso na yun ng Makati Police. What would be your perspective on this? Ano kung gusto niyo sabihin sa kanila? Bakit mahalaga po sila rumisponde sa imbitasyon ng NBI?
This is part of the investigation. This is part of the process. We're giving them their equal chance at the investigation level. If they ignore that, if they disregard the invitation, then whatever pieces of evidence we have at hand, by the time we have concluded the investigation, then we will file the case if we see any violations.
Sir, ito sa toxicology report, may hirapan ba tayo, sir? Lalo na, yun nga, nasabi nyo, yung evidence natin sa, yung pagpunta natin sa reautopsy, medyo mahirap na.
Tinitingnan namin dito kung kaya pa, pero medyo maganda naman ang sinabi na kaya malalaman kung presence of alcohol ito, level of alcohol maybe, presence of illegal drugs, level of illegal drugs, doubtful. But yung presence, kaya malaman, yung presence and level of alcohol, kaya malaman.
So it is safe to say, sir, that those individuals are not yet off the hook?
Definitely, we're not saying that meron ditong makakasuhan. It's too presumptuous to say. It's too early to say. Ang sa amin dito, ano ba talaga totoo? If there were criminal violations committed, who are the offenders, who are the perpetrators, who committed what? Anong na-violate nila? How did they commit it? Anong support evidence namin? Scientific evidence, forensic evidence, ibabangga namin doon sa ibang pieces of evidence. Eyewitness account kung merong testimonial evidence ito.
Sir, yung 2207 po ipapasubmina rin yun po ba?
Lahat. Lahat.
Sir, yung sa pagpunta nyo sa Jensan, ano yung pinaka-importante ninyong nakuhang information?
Yung pag-access namin ng human body. Masasabi ko, the last time before she was buried, no? That was the last opportunity before she was buried yesterday. Tiningnan namin lahat against all odds. They said that it has already deteriorated. There was rapid decay in some of the pieces of evidence. There was contamination considering the embalming procedures done on her. Compromised pieces of evidence. We acknowledge that. But despite all the odds, may mga encouraging leads kami.
Like, ilang percent, sir, doon sa investigation makakatulong yung nakuha nyo sa Jensan? 20% o malaki bang percent?
Sa investigation?
Opo.
I would say around 80%.
Wow.
Makakatulong ito sa investigation.
Oh,
Despite all the odds. despite all the odds, we're doing everything nakakayanin ng ating forensic laboratories.
Sir, SOJ described PNP's investigation as not thorough. Sir, how will you describe NBI's investigation?
Well, professional, without how do you say this? Without commenting on the other investigations, our investigation is going to be very legal. It's going to be very thorough. This is forensic-based. This is evidence-based. So we will have scientific pieces of evidence. It will be backed up by CCTV, digital pieces of evidence, electronic pieces of evidence. It will be backed up by hopefully testimonial evidence. We have also some psychological assessment going into the full range of forensic capabilities.
Sir, may nakita kayong suka doon sa crime scene before. Is it essential na or wala, meron pa ba mabibigat doon?
It's still being processed sa laboratory. We are doing test runs. We are doing primary screenings, but everything is subject to confirmatory tests.
Sa lahat ng nakuha niyong ebidensya, anong pinaka-useful po? I mean, pinaka-essential doon sa nakuha niyo? Significant?
I cannot say for now, but I rest assure the public that we are very encouraging leads. We are very encouraging pieces of evidence. Believe me, makikita dito kung may lapses doon sa una.
Anong lead po yun, attorney? Maaring may crime? Paano po? Anong lead? Sinasabi niyo?
Meron. Maaring may crime. That's what I'm saying. That's about 80% of that piece of evidence that we have. Again, this is subject to confirmatory, but I was just told medyo maganda ang development.
Aring may crime, may aring homicide?
May crime.
May crime.
Let's leave it at that. May crime dito.
Maaari ba rin sabihin na yung inyong findings, maaring supports doon sa sinampa ng PNP na kaso?
That's too premature. That's too early to tell.
So, sinasabi niyo maaring may crime because of dun sa reautopsy. Doon ang naging base sa mga evidence sa crime scene.
The human body itself is a crime scene. The rooms we inspected, the 3 rooms we inspected, where we conducted the crime scene investigation, rooms 2209, 2207, and 2009 at the hotel in along Kalayaan Avenue, that these are crime scenes. But the human body itself is a crime scene. So, in all of the crime scenes, yes, merong magandang leads.
Okay, so combined, attorney, combined lahat.
Yes. Combined ito. Lahat ito, efforts ito ng buong bureau. The good director, Eric Distor, nakafocus siya dito. The good Secretary Minari Guevara, nakafocus siya dito.
Yung sinasabi niyong lead na at saka krimen po to, meron po ba tinuturo na possible na ilan ang involved dito? Kung krimen po siya?
We cannot say for now. But there are good indications na merong krimen na nangyari.
Pwede pong isa lang gumawa o maraming gumawa?
Could be. Pwedeng isa, pwedeng more than one.
Sir, last na lang panawagan niyo sa mga hindi sumipot ngayon. Panawagan ninyo.
We respect your right, but we would appreciate it if you can cooperate in this investigation. If you want to clear your name, come with your lawyer. You will have the full protection of the NBI. We will make sure that everything will be done according to our rules, to laws. So legal yung gagawing investigasyon. We will not take your statement if you come here without the assistance of counsel. This afternoon, I understand the counsels appeared for the clients, but we would rather that they appear with their clients. We would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Mas gusto namin question and answer for. When the agent can ask the person, sir, assisted by the counsel.
Sir, other important matters. Mukhang nagsampa raw ang NBI this morning ng kaso ulit sa ilang PhilHealth at dating PhilHealth officials and present PhilHealth officials.
Sir, bukas na yun. Bukas na kasi meron din kaming i-respond bukas.
Okay.
Para meron kayong bangko. Siguro 11, meron kaming rescue operations sa Atrad. So maybe tomorrow with our filing dun sa PhilHealth.
Yes, sir. Attorney, may sinasabi ang PNP, resolved, unsolved. Paano nyo classify yun sa inyo?
Ano yun, sir?
Yung may PNP kasi, solved daw, mayroong resolved. Pagka daw solved, parang meron silang mga elements na kinukonsider. Sa inyo naman po, paano nyo tinitingnan ang solved ba ito? Resolved pa, paano nyo? Anong classification?
We will cross the bridge when we get there. It's too early to make statements when the investigation is ongoing. I would defer to the investigation by our Death Investigation Division. And we would rather make a clear statement when this is already concluded. Whether we conclude the investigation with the filing of the case, whether we conclude the investigation with closing the case.
Sir, I get this point. Parang kung sa PNP case solved, sa inyo nasa kalahati ba tayo? Or pa-ending na ba tayo? Parang ganun.
More than 50%. More than 50%.
Pero wala kayong classification kung ano?
Wala kaming classification as we speak. Wala pa.
Okay.
It's too early to tell.
Okay.
We do not really set a time frame na like 2-3 days. We would rather that we finish the investigation, a very thorough and legal investigation conducted by our competent and professional agents and the forensic experts. Thank you.